Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. This is normally where I would put my book review, but I finished up Courtiers yesterday, and on Monday I'm starting Lady C's book. But I really wanted to bring you another compilation of some of the TikToks going on right now. I encourage you to watch this one. There's some funny ones at the beginning because I know a lot of you guys really like the funny ones. But watch the one at the end. It's long, I know, and I know Piers Morgan is not for everybody, but I'm telling you, he hit the nail on the head with this argument. He gets into a very heated argument with a Meghan Markle supporter, and, well, I just don't want to ruin it, so just take a watch. It's interesting. I've actually watched it twice now, and I've had some of these same debates in my comments, so take a watch, enjoy this, and I will be back Monday with Lady C's book, Mary and wow. Thank God it's Friday. Meghan and Harry, the real story. Of course, I've got more TikToks and videos coming out this weekend, so check that out. And thanks for being here. Here we go.
Acting is, right, acting, you get words on a page, and you read them, and you pretend you're someone else.
Oh, that's
what it is.
You want to get into theatre, don't you? You said you wanted to.
Well, yeah, but I'm at such a level now where if I appear in anything, I mean, everyone else just can look shit. Watch this, I do a bit of Shakespeare in it. Watch. To be or not to be, to be, to be, to be.
C accuses Meghan of stalking neighbors for private jets. Hey, rich people over there in Montecito, you got any of them private jets? Huh? We need some of those private jets, because you know that me and Harry, we don't make enough money, huh? Anybody got enough? Anybody got some of them private jets? In Lady C's newest video, she drops the hammer on the hottest tea coming out of Montecito. Meghan has become a pest of sorts, constantly wanting to use her rich neighbors' jets, neighbors richer than her multiple times over.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's worldwide privacy tour included Harry putting an intimate chat with the trauma therapist, Dr. Gabor Mate, online to be watched by millions for $60 a head. Who does that? Now, the whole exercise was really to flog Harry's book Spare about how bad the royal family had been to him. And Mate was very quick to agree that Harry did have mental health troubles from all that, including troubles that Harry had not even thought of himself. Mate said, whether you like it or not, I've diagnosed you with ADD. You can agree or disagree. I don't see a disease. I see it as a normal response to abnormal stress. And Harry just says, okay. Joining me from London each week is commentator and writer Esther Kraku. Esther, always great to talk to you. What did you make of this real-time therapy session from this very private man?
Well, it was... Yes, that's how you get privacy. You have to sell tickets to people to watch you talk about how traumatized you are.
Your mom to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle?
Yeah, well, we were just talking royal family stuff in the break, and we went up to Santa Barbara, met Harry, could not have been nicer.
Had you known them before, I would assume?
No, we just had a mutual friend in common, a polo player, and then we went up, but then Meghan was not as cool.
Oh, really?
It wasn't as naturally warm.
I don't know much about you, other than you wrote a piece last week for Rolling Stone magazine saying cancel culture is good for democracy. So I'm going to come to that ludicrous premise in a minute. But I also remember you tweeting when I left Good Morning Britain, a series of tweets calling me a racist, including enjoying how folks keep getting Piers Morgan together for his racist tirades against Meghan Markle on Good Morning Britain. I was just curious. Could you remember a single racist thing that I said about her, or have ever said about her?
Well, thank you for having me on, Pierce. I was surprised when I found out I would be on your show.
We're an uncensored show, Ernest. We take all types on here.
All types. Well, there you go. But I think really a lot of it just seemed to be biased. I think that you was really just harsh on the Duchess of Sussex. And I think there was a little bit of bias in the way that you had really gone after her.
Yeah, but Ernest, to be clear, I didn't ask you about that. I just said, what were the racist tirades? What racist thing have I ever said about Meghan Markle? I'm curious. You tweeted quite a few times that I was a racist. I'm just curious, what was the racism?
I said your remarks. I said your remarks was racist. I didn't say verbatim.
What were the remarks that
you
were
were
racist?
I think that it's biased. I think that you had a sense of bias of how you were speaking about her and how you was really being insensitive to her mental health and how you being biased a lot of her concerns.
Being biased or skeptical of some of her claims is not the same as being racist. What was the thing I said that was racist?
No, I never. Hold on. Do you want the person of color to speak, or do you want to just talk over me?
Nothing to do with your skin color, Ernest. Sorry, nothing to do with your skin color. I don't care if you're black or white or anything else. I just want you to try and tell me, given you tweeted to your many followers repeatedly, by the way, repeatedly, you did this repeatedly. You have called me a racist repeatedly for racist things I've said about Meghan Markle.
I said you made racist remarks, but I did not call you a racist.
To stand by what you tweeted. What was it I said about Meghan Markle?
I am. Would you let me talk?
Ever that's been racist?
Are you going to let me talk, or are you just going to overtalk me?
Just answer the question. Stop asking different questions.
That's microaggression. You're asking a black person to explain how what you did could be perceived as racist, and rather than let me finish talking, you're over-talking me and being highly defensive.
Am I being racist again,
Ernest? Hit dog is hollering right now.
Am I being racist again?
You're being dismissive. Can I actually talk? Or
Maybe because you're not answering the question,
what's the point of you on the show? Okay, so can I answer the question?
Yes, you can. Please do.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So your targeting of Meghan Markle's mental health, gaslighting her specifically, calling to question the legitimacy of her claims about the royal family being racist, you dismissing those claims, you consistently having a sense of badgering her and targeting her, it's felt like on my end that there was some racial bias there. Now, you may feel like it's not. Maybe it's sexism. Maybe it's misogynoir. Maybe it's a combination of both her gender and her race. But it was perceived by thousands of people. 57,000 people had called Good Morning Britain about some of your behavior.
No, you see, you've got to be very careful, Ernest.
Mischaracterizing the situation on Fox.
Ernest.
You act like it's just Meghan Markle, but it wasn't just Meghan Markle. It was other people who had concerns.
You do have to be careful when you spew more lies, unfortunately, because 57,000 people...
Weren't you not spewing lies?
I'm about to explain
News?
what you just said was wrong, a lie. 57,000...
Or you're going to give your interpretation.
If you're going to let me answer the question, 57,000...
Go ahead, Piers.
Ernest, 57,000 people complained to Ofcom, the TV regulator, and guess what?
Correct.
5 months later, every one of the complaints was thrown out, and Ofcom found in my favour to have my right to free speech and freedom of expression. But I come back to my initial point about you. You repeatedly tweeted to many people that I'm a racist, and I'm simply asking you to name one single comment. Ernest, one single comment I've ever made.
Between racist comments?
So, did I say a racist tirade? What was it?
I felt like your attacking of Meghan Markle was racially biased.
Oh, you felt like
and
it?
I believe
you felt like it was your feeling?
I felt that way.
It was your feeling that I'm a racist, was it?
I felt like what you did was racially insensitive. I never said verbatim on Twitter that you were a racist. I said you made racist
actually,
remarks.
You just said enjoying how folks keep getting Piers Morgan together for his racist tirades. We're actually looking at your tweet now, Ernest. And there were plenty more. In fact, while I'm talking to you, we'll dig the others out. Just go and dig them out, folks. Here's my point, Ernest. The reason that people think that I may have had a racist connotation to my criticism of Meghan Markle is because people like you, high-profile black people in America, kept saying that without any evidence. And now I've got you on my show. I'm finally able to ask you, why did you tell lies about me?
You're blaming the black guy?
I'm not blaming the black guy. I'm blaming you as a high-profile black man for claiming wrongly and defensively that I was racist in my motivation towards my criticism of Meghan Markle, which, to be clear, my criticism of her and Prince Harry is I think they both tell lies. They both recently said they didn't mean to call the royal family racist when we heard them say it with their own mouths on national television. So my point to you, Ernest, is you can say these things. You can say these things on Twitter, but when you're actually held to account for them,
you said about Meghan Markle, and look at the
have
impact
any
that had on her
evidence
mental
to
health.
support
You
what
have
you're
a bigger
saying.
platform than me, and you've attacked Meghan Markle and it's impacted her mental health. And I feel like someone like me, as a black person, defending her as an innocent black woman in that situation, I felt like I was standing up for her. You need to be accountable for your impact and your power.
Oh, I stand by everything I said.
You have a big influence, and you're trying to play a victim.
I stand by.
I'm not a victim.
Markle.
And it was disrespectful.
No, Ernest, I'm not a victim, and I'm not a
Are you a
racist.
victim? Are you a victim, Pierce?
Ernest, I'm not a victim, and I'm not a racist. I'm somebody who listened
never
to
called
that.
you racist. I said you
listened
made
to the
racist
Oprah
remarks.
Winfrey. Just let me finish speaking. I listened to the Oprah Winfrey show. I watched it, and I identified immediately a number of lies. And I said that on air the next morning. Other guests disagreed with me, and you were delighted about the way they came after me, and that's fine. But then you said I was racist repeatedly. That my criticism was racially motivated.
You're being intellectually dishonest. You did not just say she was a liar. You questioned other aspects of her mental health.
No, I said I didn't believe
other aspects of it as offensive. Repeat what you said.
I said I didn't.
Repeat what you said.
I said I didn't believe her.
Why?
Because there is no evidence to support the claims that she made. She said she went to a senior member.
Her expressing
I'm about
what
to tell
happened
you,
to her, how
Ernest.
she felt, was no evidence?
Ernest, I'm about to tell you what I said. She said she went to a senior member of Buckingham Palace staff and said she was feeling suicidal, and that member of staff said she couldn't get help. That story doesn't reappear in Harry's 415-page book and has never been substantiated by anybody else, nor has it been repeated by Meghan Markle.
You didn't know that when you said that.
I'm afraid.
But you did not know that when you said that.
Sorry, I didn't believe it. It didn't sound true. And by the way,
But why?
I'm allowed.
But why you didn't believe it?
Ernest,
Why?
Ernest,
you're allowed to. So you're allowed to believe that
Ernest,
she's lying, and I can
I'm
believe that
allowed
what
to
you said was
disbelieve
racially
her.
biased.
I'm allowed to disbelieve
And I'm
her.
allowed to believe
I'm allowed
that
to
what you
disbelieve
said
Prince
was
Harry,
racially biased.
and I'm also allowed to disbelieve you when you call me a racist because it's wrong, and you shouldn't do it.
I said that you made racist remarks. I did not call you a racist, Pierce. You're trying to make yourself a martyr in a situation that you started. You didn't have to go disrespectful below the belt with Meghan. You chose to do that. And now you're mad
I
because
chose
other
to
people
criticize
disagree with
her
you.
for what I thought was a disgusting attack on the British royal family.
You
Yeah, I
made
did.
ad hominem attacks against her character. You assassinated her character before the British press. And you know how the tabloids
by the
have
way,
been towards
I've
her.
been just
You
as
understood what you were doing.
I've been just as scathing, if not more so, against Prince Harry, who I actually think is more to blame.
Didn't you? Now, I want to know if this is true. Riddle me this. Wasn't there a point in time where at least you tried to pursue a relationship with her? You all had history before all of this happened?
No, absolute nonsense.
Okay, that was
another
nonsense?
lie. It's another lie. I met her once in my life.
Okay.
Okay, what do you mean, okay? We found more tweets while we were talking to you of you calling me a British media racist darling. What does that mean, Ernest? What does that mean?
It means that you have recently chosen, lately in your career, for whatever reason, you went the road of basically baiting into a lot of the biased coverage of Meghan Markle.
Absolutely.
And a lot of it has been
this is the
racist
problem,
attacks. A lot of it
Ernest.
has been targeted towards her in a biased way. And come on, can you admit that the coverage around Meghan Markle has been racially biased? Can you admit that?
Absolutely not.
Not talking about your work.
No, I think
but
it's
in
good.
general.
I think it's another load of absolute hogwash.
Guys, I can't thank you enough for watching and for being here. It really means the world to me. I really appreciate it. I have lots more videos coming out, so check back lots if you want to further support the show. I do have merch available. Recollections may vary. Make it make sense. You know, all that stuff. Also, we have Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps, where you can become an executive producer and get a shout out in a video very soon. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.